this week, we're looking at the tomtoc Navigator T66, a 40-liter travel backpack that is high in quality but low in price. First, we'll check out the bag's specs, and then we'll jump into a pack with me. But before we get into any of that, I just want to thank tomtoc for sending me this bag. If you love this thing as much as I do, be sure to snag one for yourself using the affiliate link in the description, as it helps out the channel. The tomtoc Navigator T66 comes in at 20.47 inches by 13.39 inches by 9.06 inches and weighs 2.6 pounds. It comes in two different sizes, a 28-liter and the 40-liter one we are looking at today. There is also a gray version, but that one only comes in the 40-liter size. The bag is made with 100% post-consumer recycled fabric, and that comes from plastic bottles, so it's pretty environmentally friendly. The bag feels a lot more premium than its price tag. It even includes YKK zippers. The 40-liter version comes in at just $81 US. Now, let's take a quick look at all of the backpack's pockets and features, starting with this huge main compartment. And you can easily access this space both in the front of the bag as well as through the laptop compartment in the back, which is really cool. And this large compartment is where you're going to put all of your clothes and your toiletries. Also, when you're going through TSA, you can just unzip this and put your bag down on the security belt. So sticking in this back pocket area, we find the laptop compartment, which has space for a 17-inch laptop, as well as a tablet. In this compartment, you will also find a smaller zipper pocket for things like a computer charger or a mouse. Going back to the outside of the bag, there are buckle straps on each side to tighten everything up once it's packed. You're also going to find two large water bottle pockets on the sides of the bag. There's a really nice padded handle on the top, and then there's a little non-padded one on the side too. The front of the bag is going to have a small zipper pocket, which is great for quick access things like phone chargers or passports. And at the top of the bag, there's another small zipper pocket, which is a little more padded and great for something like a handheld video game device or even sunglasses. Lastly, the back of the bag features some really robust padding along with a luggage pass-through. The shoulder straps are going to feature that same plush padding, and it's going to be an extremely comfortable carry. There's also a sternum strap for even more support. So now that we've checked out the bag specs, let's take a look at how I'm going to pack this thing up for a 2-week trip. Everyone will pack this thing differently, but this is what I typically bring on a 2-week trip. I'll do sink laundry about halfway through the trip, and this has always worked really well for me. But it's totally up to you on how you pack this thing out, so just try and envision how you would do it while watching this. Let's start off with clothing, and first up is going to be my t-shirts. I'm going to start with one from one of my favorite bands, which is Pavement. I recently picked this up when I saw them at Riot Fest in Chicago. As always, it was a great show. This was actually my 3rd time seeing them over the years. And I really love the color of this shirt, and those fake tour date locations on the back are just awesome. In addition to the Pavement shirt, I'm going to pack up 5 other t-shirts for a total of 6 for this trip. Next is a sweatshirt from the French band Air, and I recently got to see Air perform in Chicago too. They're on tour right now playing their first album, Moon Safari, in full, and it was one of the best performances I've seen in a long time. They played in this cool lit up rectangle. It had some really trippy projections on all of the sides throughout the show, and I just had to buy this sweatshirt to commemorate the experience, because who knows when Air will tour the US again. Next, I'll pack up 6 pairs of Gap boxer briefs and 6 pairs of socks. Some are going to be Bombas and some are going to be Hanes. I'll also pack up a pair of Adidas gym shorts, and I'll sleep in these or just lounge in these while I'm on my trip. Now, I'll put my toiletry bag from Pioneer on top of my clothes, and in that toiletry bag, I'm also going to put my travel laundry strips from Kind Laundry. And these are my favorite ones to take on a trip because they come in this little travel pack and they fit perfectly in my toiletries bag. So we're going to zip up that main pocket, buckle it all up on the sides, and then we're going to move to the back pocket next. And this is where I'm going to put my MacBook Air, and I'll put that right here in the laptop sleeve. Next, instead of putting a tablet in the dedicated sleeve, I'm going to be bringing a book instead. And the book is called Poems Retrieved, and it's a collection of poetry by New York School poet Frank O'Hara. He is one of the all-time greats in my opinion. Next, I'm going to throw in my computer charger, and then we're just going to zip up this pocket. And you can see, this is also where you can access the other side of that main compartment. As you can see, here are all my clothes right here. Now we're going to put my charger in the front pocket, and that's going to be for quick access in case I need to charge my phone at the airport. And then lastly, we're going to put my Taito Edition Evercade Super Pocket video game handheld in this top pocket. And this isn't an emulator, this is actually a cartridge-based new handheld, but it plays mostly collections of old arcade games. It's super fun and affordable, and I highly suggest checking it out. So that's going to be it for this week's video. What do you think of the tomtoc Navigator T66? Is this something you would take on a trip? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.